What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another PGA Tour 2K23 video. Today, we're going to be tackling the Impossible Challenge. Now, I've seen the Impossible Challenge going around quite a bit lately. I believe the most current one that people have been working on is the Predator. Now, I do not have the nostalgic connection that many do to this course. In fact, I haven't really seen the course played. I think I've tried a couple of holes of it one time a while back. So not only is this impossible challenge going to be incredibly difficult just due to the sheer nature of the challenge, but I don't have any course knowledge to bring in with me. Now we're going to be trying to break par here. That's the name of the game. We've got back tees, pin 4, very high winds out of the north. Very firm fairways, very firm greens that are very fast. So you're basically hitting onto glass, rocks, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be tough, but we're gonna see how this challenge treats us. See what we can do out here. Let's make sure that we turn off the one last setting here that I seem to have forgotten. Can't make this too easy on ourselves, you know? A marker only. And let's see what we can do. So we've got 360 yards. It says it's downhill. We don't get enough wind to carry the gap here. It would be a heck of a move, but you got to carry it 325 to even get up anywhere close. And the best that we can do is probably about 318. Now, if you were one that was strong enough to overpower, then maybe you would consider it. But we're going to go down in here. I think we just trust that a 4-iron is going to be the play. And let's get this thing going. All right, so looking right out the gate here, trees are going to be an issue. Because if they put trees out over the fairway and stuff like this on the first hole, I have a feeling that's not the last time that we're going to see that happening. So you've got a crazy amount of movement here on this putt. Obviously, with anything like this, you would probably want to leave it below the hole, but below the hole, I would think has to roll off. Now, it could be a chip or a putt from down there if you can hold it, or you're going to go with the big breaker from here, but we're going to be playing a lot of spin. Wind is slightly in, though it is uphill. Sand wedge is only going to take us maybe 115-ish. And I don't really want to be playing the game of lots of rolls. So if we can put the brakes on, I think that's the way that we're going to want to go. Very firm, very fast. I'm going to give it even more. And we're just going to go from there. Try and see what we can work out. This first attempt, I think, is largely about playing it smart and really trying to understand just how some of this plays. Gap wedge here. Let's see what we got. A little bit under hit. A little bit slow. Okay, so you can get the brakes on here, which is, I suppose, good to know, but also at the same time, this leaves you with a very, very tough putt coming across, and it's downhill. We're gonna have to play this very gently, which does mean that we're gonna have to really be careful. I'm going to make some guesstimations because I don't know with very fast greens exactly how this is going to play. But I think we're going to be playing way, way, way out. Is there... like, get this started outside and just hit it gently. It might be low. Yeah, like you gotta hit that a little bit firmer, but you can see what I'm trying to do there. Like, look at that. Look at the way that rolls. So I don't know if that's, I don't know if where we're at there, if that's just a hole or nothing sort of situation. But that's actually kind of crazy. All right, trying to figure out. It's like a barely moves. And I don't know if we're gonna wanna be playing chip shots a lot up these, or if putting it and keeping it on the ground is gonna be the way to go. Let's see. This is all learning for me. Okay. We get par on the first. I mean, the name of the game is par here, right? So if we can scrap together some pars and big time damage limitation, that's gonna go a long way. So let's see here. The wind is not in any way, shape, or form, nor are the trees allowing us to really get after that. Now, if you can get it down here, you can give yourself an iron, which I would like a low iron. I just don't know if elevation-wise, like, that's down 80. This is down less than that. Very firms. I think if we play it like a big draw here, we should be able to find fairway. Let's bring this around the corner. Land it short enough in the fairway. Okay, I like that a lot. 155 yards. Okay, so tree here is a problem. I don't know if you're trying to play... I guess there's an argument to be made here that maybe you're taking like a punch shot to try and flight this low. Now, I don't know if sand wedge is going to be too low, maybe, or too short. Pitching wedge punch could be like way long, right? Because you've got 128 yards here. 130 something, huge bounce, and then it's gonna run like crazy. It is uphill. Let's try a gap wedge punch here. And then we just have to keep it on. I'm gonna play it a little bit left. I don't want to go out into that bunker, I don't think. I hit it 96%, but it also came out way low, so that wind... Okay, that's good to know. That tailwind played almost nothing. Now, I did underhit it, but that tailwind did not really play all that much. Now, this is going to be an interesting situation. You don't have a lot of break for most of the putt, but at the end, everything really turns. So this is going to be all about that distance control and getting it just into a place where you can maybe try and make a putt. Gonna have to be somewhere out here. Like, you hit it and it's moving a little bit, and then just as it gets towards the end, it turns quite a bit. Come on. Be good. Back door? Stay. Stay. No. No. Around the world we go. Okay. Almost steal a birdie on number 2. It came out pretty straight. I'm going to put it just like on the right edge here. Hit it with some pace up the hill. I'm going to have to play maybe a little bit more pace. With it being an uphill putt like that, that's very precarious. And speaking of precarious, we've got We've got this pin. What do you even want here? Maybe there's a play long and like putting back. Okay, this is quite dangerous. He's got about 19 miles an hour of wind here, back on a diagonal, and 9 yards downhill. So 205, and then, I mean, you're basically playing it about pin high with a 6-iron here in terms of landing. I don't know. I would think that the miss is left. Downhill, and then I'm just gotta play this kind of safe. Just try and give ourselves a putt. I don't know what the putt's gonna look like, but that's step one. Okay, hit it a little bit fast, so we're gonna find over more to the left for sure. Good distance control. Actually able to get a 6-iron to stop relatively well. It's just like, can you get this to stop without going off of the green? And I don't really know if you can. I don't know. It moves ever so slightly at the start, but it's like this last little bit where we start to go back the other way. And then I think with the way that this keeps falling off behind, I gotta play it even... This is such a finicky putt. Because it needs enough momentum to get to the hole. Oh my word. What an absolute putt that is. Holy cow. Alright, well, we're 1 under through 3. That's probably as good as I could have ever expected on this for a first try. Par 5 here. Are you expected to try and hit, like, it looks like there's a window here to the left. That window goes, what? We go here, right? There's, not a lot of room to work there. If you take this out here, let's just think about this. Like, what is the designer trying to force? You've got a little bit of a gate. You got a little bit of a gap there. So you could carry this out. And then what? You'd have to play from out this way back across. This is where I almost do feel like the dangerous play might be worth it. The other option is, like, can you play enough draw from there? I don't think so. You've got plenty of room to work. It's only OB if we go through here. And I think you would want to have a wedge. So let's try it. I know we're in the positives here to start. I obviously don't want to give that up. But I think this could be the play. Ooh, that does not get anywhere near as much height as I thought I would get. We come through unscathed, and yes, we have heavy rough, but the distance to the flag is not as bad. I'm gonna have to see how people that have played this challenge before are going about that. I really thought I was gonna get some more lift, but maybe that's just like a depth perception thing. Either way, if we take this club, I feel like, I don't know, 8-iron is probably coming out somewhere short here. I don't know that it's going to have enough with the uphill, but I do have this sneaking suspicion that if I take 7-iron, we're just going to, like, go way, way past. And at least with this, we would give ourselves a chip back up the hill. So I'm going to take 8 iron here. Hope for a higher roll. Hold it a little bit fast. Distance is good. We're going to end up in the bunker. We're going to end up running through the bunker. All right, well, this is what we asked for, right? Chip up the hill. Very firm. If we put full brakes on it, it'll land a little bit short. So I think we got to hit it into there and allow for just that little extra. Wait. That's 2 under. That's 2 under through 4. Okay. What are these holes? Where am I supposed to go? So let's just like try and play this out. If you run too long, like, do you need to just get it down to this ramp? Is that the play? Like, if I'm back up in here, do I have anything? I guess you kind of go up and over the trees if you're back further. Now, that's going to be at least a 5 iron, if not a 4 iron in. You've got down 40, but that's more so because of this. Downhill a little bit. I just don't want to run into the rough, because if I run into the rough, I don't think I can reach the green, and then we're behind the 8 ball a little bit. So I'm going to play like a fairly de-lofted driver and just try and get it up here with the chance of making it to that hill. Good stroke. It's cutting back left a little bit. I might be too far right, though. I may have just fallen into the thing that I was trying to avoid. Is that a strip of light rough? How does that... I don't understand the physics there. That is such a steep downhill on the fairway. How does that hold? Well, I feel like we just got away with one there, because now we actually have a wedge in, and I think as long as you keep it short, you give yourself a putt, and then you just have to have distance control coming up and in. 168 to the flag. With that wind, we're going to be long, and with this pitching wedge here, I think we're a bit short. Because we're going to get out to, like, maybe mid-150s. Take a bounce and a little bit of roll. Like, you can definitely get up to the 160s. Maybe that's the play, though. Maybe that's the play. And then just leave yourself the putt. Like, I think we have to... We have to be okay with just leaving ourselves a putt. We don't necessarily need to be, like, holing everything. Like, that's not the name of the game. Okay, so today I learned that this tree is in play. Okay. Good to know. All right. I didn't really see that coming. I obviously, we hit that ball a little bit left of where we'd like to be, and now we're going uphill, which I guess isn't the end of the world either. Like, I'd like to put brakes on it. The fully shaped shot here lands, like, here, and then probably doesn't roll out too much, so maybe if I take just a little bit off of this shot, it should at least have some momentum. That's too much. Dang, that came out just a little bit clean. That came out just a little bit clean, and there's the first big mistake. Now it's a matter of can we sit this on the hill? I almost have to land it here and try and get it to bite behind and just limit this to a bogey if we can. So ball looks like it wants to come out to the right. So we got to protect from that slope as well. Land it here, a little bit uphill, and a little bit extra on that power for the lie. Too much? All right, let's just try and get out of here with the single. Mental note taken that five needs some work. It seemed like it was fairly flat here. Just a little bit drifty to the left. Okay. We'll take the save. We give one back, but I do feel like we stole some birdies early on here. Now this one, another par 5. That's way down there. I am thinking that we're just trying to get this thing in play. A little bit more left side. Just find the fairway. That's going to kick out. Oof. Okay, that's a nasty kick. Largely in part because now we can't clear to this next section. So this is our layup. Because I can only get into the water. So let's see here. 6 iron. That's 165. I think the 6 iron, if we give it some backspin, should have enough to carry the sand. And that really is the only thing that we're concerned about. Get over the sand. I guess that's not the only thing we're concerned about, because we are also concerned about finding fairway, because I can't afford rough and rough. Not at these lengths. Not at these lengths. 196 in. I mean, you can get like real freaky and try and like shot shape this 4 iron to land, or no, 5 iron to land like right in here. You land it. You're trying not to go in the bunker. It might just be get on and get a putt, to be honest. Get on, get a putt. That has to be our motto here. So full backspin. And then hope that wind rides out. 7 iron's still going to go a long, long ways off course. Wow, we're on the uphill slope too, though. Are they really forcing me into a 6? I don't want to be on a 6. This is less than preferential. All right. This is just try and get a putt. Just try and get a putt. Okay, we're getting a little bit fast on these. And fast with the wind the way that it is, definitely going to be problematic. It's not the worst position, though. You are uphill, so now obviously we want to be getting birdies on these par 5s because so far it seems like they're all going to be our best chance. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the sand. Just with it being on a tougher lie here, I think I'm going to take the sand wedge. Try and get that extra little momentum running up. Okay. So you can go lob wedge there. Does it roll back at all? All right, sand wedge momentum, not the worst thing. As long as it stays. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Feel like we're gonna find ourselves down there quite a few times. A little bit extra power, get it outside, and send her up and in. Okay. Good save. But we gotta... we don't want to be saving too much, right? Like, we do want to be in a position where we can actually score and create a little bit of a cushion. Now this is, what, like 18-mile-an-hour wind off of the side. Carries downhill to a 1, and then like you get the 5 extra yards of carry from the elevation change. How much are you getting from the wind being at the diagonal like this? It has to be at least a few. Like I would think 7-iron. I would think 7-iron, you can maybe try and carry this. So we're gonna go for it, and hopefully it climbs. A little bit slow. Ooh, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. Wow. All right, so 7-iron definitely is enough. Can we, out of the heavy, you almost have to play this in a way where you like land in this light rough. 6 yards to the hole. So if we're aiming like 4, then 65% is a little over a yard. Gotta be quite dainty with this. Okay. So that lie was actually even worse than I thought. I thought that was going to be enough to get it out, because I'm trying to just trickle this out, because once it hits the green, the amount of release is just so much more. But now I got to hit this like... Yep. That's the concern right there. That's the concern right there. So that's why I'm playing it so gently on the way out. But we come up too short and run it by the other way. Now I don't know, maybe there's an argument somewhere in there that maybe you could like putt that somehow. I do not have that sort of touch, I don't think. Oh, we slowed it. Okay. Okay, so this is gonna be one of those holes. This is gonna be one of those holes. Got it. So maybe you want to land this short without shape so that it has some legs to actually climb. It also doesn't help that I hit that last one slow. And just like that, it can bite you. So we're definitely making a lot of notes here mentally, just trying to figure out exactly what we're going to need to do. Now it looks like this is a split fairway design. I can try and pipe it straight down through this gap and then leave myself with 210 and an angle. But I honestly think, even though you've got this tree here, I feel like this is the play. I could be completely wrong about this, especially because I missed the fairway. Okay, yeah. Please stop trying to take me out there. The green's over this way. And like a punch shot from the rough is going to be real bad, isn't it? Okay. So mistakes may have been made, or maybe this is just like a you have to execute or you die kind of hole. Definitely multiple possibilities here. Either way, we've got to dig ourselves out of this pit now. 3 hybrid, honestly, without the trees would maybe be it. 258, 200. Yeah, see, like, you lose too much. You've got a good enough lie here that I think the play is to try and overpower this and just see where it goes. Okay, so hybrid, low enough. we're gonna end up in a real bad spot on this hill. But hybrid actually has a low enough flight that you can get away with it. Now, there's 0 chance that you get this up here. So we're basically playing this for the most freakish chance at a hole out, and other than that, you're down in the crap here. So 40 yards, you get 70% lie, that's 28. We're on a downhill, so this thing's gonna want to fly. So I'm gonna count it as like 32, which means we need to take off 10 yards just to land it pin high. And then it's still gonna want to release, bounce and release just a little bit out of the heavy rough. Maybe not with the wind. So you probably want to get like 20 out of it. Which means we want to aim like 30. So 30 is gonna be here, right at the corner. I need a flop shot, full off, full backspin. This is gonna be 30. Full off, full backspin is gonna take off another like 3. So let's go here. And just like see what this does. Now, we're gonna land it to the right, and then it's just gonna pick up momentum. Okay, so it does actually release a bit more, even though there's wind and such. Can't really get the full stop. So this is gonna be another bogey save attempt. Up the hill, you've got to give it enough so that it has legs to sit in that shallower little area there. It's going left to right. Ooh. It's gonna come back down left of the hole, but we're probably all the way back where we were, right? Got it too high? Okay. So you get it too high, you get too much momentum. Alright, so a couple of these holes here where holding it is just going to be an absolute beast. Shirts out. That's gonna be short now, isn't it? Oh, wow. Okay. That's... What are you supposed to do here? Is this just... You just hole it out, or you take a huge score? Is what I'm gathering. Well, alrighty then. Now we went too much. Coming down on the other side of the hole. It doesn't bend back in here, does it? No. Okay. We just have like one of those unfair holes. Now, I do suppose I could try and maybe there's a chance here that you can... I'm gonna try something different. Put full backspin on a flop. Just like partial, maybe not full backspin, but like enough to try and kill it. I don't know. This is a speculative shot. I have no idea what's gonna happen here. It picks up again, yeah. All right. Well, we found one thing that can make everything fall apart. Just like immediately give you some sort of like +7, right? Par 4, yeah, it should be like a +7 hole if you don't hole it. Ooh, come on, that could be good. Nope. That's like backbreaking, man. That's backbreaking. I know we made a couple of mistakes, but like this is a hole I feel like didn't really make a mistake. There's just not really a way to survive. Okay, we saved 2 strokes. Nice. All right, so just do that next time. 492 in. That's over there. So what, you gotta go around this tree, down into here, and then go around again. So this is just like big draw after big draw. Don't you hit that tree. Don't go in that bunker. What kind of precision are you looking for, my friend? Holy cow. Okay, well. Alrighty then. 240 with... It's not quite 20. Probably about 20, actually. So what, that means that we're probably playing 30 yards off and then another 10 uphill. I don't think I can argue 3-wood out of this. Maybe we can. You know what? Think about this here. So like 90%, that's 223. We're already, yeah. I think you're just playing this to the bunker at this point. I think you're just playing it to the bunker. Because without wind, don't really have a chance. Okay, so you have to, if you get in that bunker, tree there, bud. If you get in that bunker, you need to play full loft on whatever shot to even sniff a chance at the green. Or maybe if you get in that bunker, there's like a layup that's going to be the better play. Sand wedge goes 100. Oh my goodness. I almost have to play something like really dumb. Because you're trying, because of the way this is, do you play like 9-iron fully lofted? Hear me out on this. 130, 120s, you lose another like 20 yards, 100 yards, then the wind. I don't know. I'm almost convincing myself here to take an 8-iron. But I don't know how you get over this tree. Yeah, like, obviously I have the yardages, but the tree is really problematic. It's just not great. Not great. Can I flight this? This is where you... Maybe I have to take, like, a partial pitch here. Because I'm too short to chip it. And flop's gonna have too much spin, right? Like, if I try to flop this shot, it's uphill a little bit... There's a chance here. Like that's, sand wedge is long. There's a chance with this. The other shot is a partial pitch shot. But the partial pitch, is this just another one that rolls back all the way? Is this just another one that rolls back all the way on us? Oh my goodness. All right, so that's 40. 40 is towards the back of the green. And so we already determined that 80% lands like pin high. Under that lands a little bit shorter. I don't really know how this is gonna play for us. I'm gonna try the partial pitch. Yeah, tempo is what scares me here. If this doesn't roll back, we've got a heck of a putt. This has to just go all the way back down, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. But you do get a putt now, so, like, we have that going for us. Goes a little bit to the right and then comes back a little bit left. And I just... think if we go just on the... No, I'm gonna go straight putt. I'm gonna go straight putt on this. Straight putt for bogey. Okay, so as much as there's movement, it does seem like some of the putt lines are actually a little more forgiving than anticipated. Little bit more forgiving than anticipated. Now I think we just have to take a straight 3-wood here. Can maybe D-loft driver, but you also might be running into some issues. Okay, I was trying to play that a little bit more to the right. That'll play, I think. We just... Being in the fairway, that's good. 285 in, though, on a par 4. That's certainly less than ideal. 270... 85% of this is like 255. Backspin out to like the 270 kind of mark. It's definitely going to have enough. I'm actually going to take a touch off of this. What a tough hole. Holy cow. So 8, 10. I mean, there have been obviously like a few really difficult holes, but there have been a couple of them here where it's like incredibly challenging, like to the point where if I don't hole out, like I don't know how you make it. Like I don't know if this is like get on the green and then have a like straight-ish putt up the hill. Not really certain. Because full shot here is short, right? And I don't think you get enough distance out of it. Now this is a high-end 40. I guess high-end here is 37. Which obviously is too long. So I don't know if you play this with a little bit of loft. It's going to fire out to the left. The wind is kind of bringing it back to the right. Even with a swing to the right. Yeah, so no loft. Wow, what are you supposed to do here? See, because like that's actually not too crazy. I think it's going to be similar to 8, and I think we've got to be to the left, because this goes left to right up into the hole. It's not going to sit, though, is it? Ow, what a kick in the nuts. What a kick in the nuts. Like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? All right, is it wild to try? I think this is maybe one of the less wise things that I've ever done. I'm gonna try and putt this. I want to just see what happens. Hit the power on the number. I think we're drifting right, though. And back we go. My, oh my. My, oh my. That's too far. Too far left and a little bit too pacey there. All right, I'm not so sure how I feel about this challenge. I mean, it's got to be doable. but there's definitely going to be some luck involved. Too much power again. Yeah, I definitely struggle with these, like, long chip shots. Long chip shots where you're trying to partial it, it's so easy to go over the power that you're trying to hit. Yeah, been a few here where we've just sent it, but it doesn't matter what you do. If you can't sit it up top, like, obviously you want to land it short and maybe give yourself 2 chances at the hole. This all feeds out to left to right. Better, but it's low now. Yeah, I think if this was just like a little bit slower, I mean, but then it wouldn't be called the Impossible Challenge, right? Then it wouldn't be called the Impossible Challenge if it was just a little bit slower and a little bit easier. But clearly I have a putt type to get better at. Do you play it? I do wonder, like, what if you play it long and just a touch left? Is there a spot where it can drift? Or maybe from down here's not the play. I don't know. But we rack up a big, big score on that one. Down 60 yards, or down 60 yards, geez, down 60 feet. It's probably about down 30, down 30. Got trees in the way. Try and get some height on this. Slowed that one a bit. Just trying to feed the 4-iron. Okay, so misread this one. Can take a little bit more club here. It's gonna work. Obviously, the beast here is the amount of distance. Now, maybe just maybe we can take like a punch, I guess 3 hybrid punch. Because we're trying to keep it under this tree. And I think I'm just going to have to accept my fate and play it a little bit more to the left. Oh, okay, so punch shots so far have been a few percent under. So the swings just enough different. I do wonder if we would have gotten a full punch there. What would have happened? We're just trying to get up on the green. Now this one doesn't appear like it's going to roll back on us, but it probably just rolls a lot left to right. And so if you don't get yourself far enough, so you're gonna hit this super firm, and it's gonna be roll. I feel like a little bit less than that. I feel like I'm overreading it a little. Oh my goodness, no. All right, this is definitely the better position to be putting from. Now, that doesn't mean that anywhere on this course is particularly good to putt from. Got a nice bit of extra break right in here. Oh man, okay. We did not turn. There was what looked like it was going to be a lot of break right in the middle of that. Now we find ourselves after a pair of really bad holes. We started two under through 4. And things just ramp way up. 2 under through 4 to a whopping 16 over through 12. There can't be a way to get over that, right? There's no way you have the height. At least I don't think. Apparently I'm gonna have to do some course studying before the next time. Come on, just keep drifting around that tree. So now if we want to have a chance to score, we're going to have to get it close. Get it close on approach. Gonna play over 30 yards in our face. So I think this 6-iron does play a little short. $174, 170. Yeah, I'm gonna play the, I think with the lie and everything, we played the 6-iron. Everything wants to feed down. Played that pin high, but too far. I need it to at least go all the way down. There's no way it stays up on this shelf. Well. Rip this putt then. Gotta try and find a fall line. Play it somewhere up top here in a way where it turns, and as it goes down, it starts to feed back towards the hole. See if we have anywhere close to the right concept. We do, but like it just picks up so much speed, so if it doesn't catch the hole, you're gone. Okay, so have to be down to the left here. Have to be down to the left here. Breaks hard right to left in the start of this putt, and then it starts to come back just ever so slightly. Good par save, but man, 7, 8, and 10. I mean, the rest of this round has been fairly clean. Like, has been actually really, really good, especially, I would say, for a first attempt. But 7, 8, and 10 have just taken everything away from us. Now, we actually get a drivable par 4, and I don't know if there's any caveat here. Like, that tree might come into play because elevation? But I think if we carry this 335, 347, and then that's already to here. I don't think I have to play any extra shape. I'm going to play this stock and we'll just kind of see what it does. Wind did not really drift it out anymore to the right like I thought it would. Does it roll through or does it crest and come back? Nice. Nice. Okay, but we might actually be able... Yeah, I think you should actually be able to do something with this still. Because even though it's going to fly out, it's flat enough then behind. Okay, I mean, I don't know why I'm getting so pumped. Yeah, it's an eagle. But we're still 14 over with not a lot to play, but we'll take it. Oh my goodness. What do you... 155 down, so we're getting like, you're getting about 50 yards. Although I think at this big of an elevation jump, probably isn't playing the full 50. So like gap wedge here. Oh boy. Okay, so it's like close to 52, right? So that's 191. Being this downhill and being a wedge, though, I think has to be short. I'm gonna go pitching wedge. Let's just play pitching wedge. That's gonna be our first shot. This is a science shot. Things could go horribly wrong, but we're gonna learn how this hole plays right now. Because it's gotta be the wind that's the, yeah. That carried 170. 16 yards away, hit it full. So it's probably, probably 8 iron. Comfortably to get out of there probably is 8 iron. We want to land here. 9 past, and then... I'm gonna need to save these for like a good round. Although I have to say this is a good round. Like we have 3 holes that have given us like all of our strokes. We've got some bogeys elsewhere, but this is like actually really, really good. Now it's just a matter of like, can we build upon it, and was this a fluke? Because I really hope it's not a fluke. I'm gonna have to find a way to get through this course faster though. I mean, obviously having some notes, but we're almost an hour into this recording. Which I should probably trim it down, but I'm also probably not going to, because I do want to keep in like all the thought process and not make it look like, oh wow, how did he score so well and then not? You gotta see all the pain, all the suffering. We're in between clubs. Plain and simple. We're in between clubs. Mostly backspin here. And then probably a little bit of loft. And then you're playing like 20 miles an hour of wind, which is just absolutely absurd. Slowed it. Which I think is what we did on hole 1 with like a very similar shot. Managed to hold that putt on, was it 2 that was the downhill one? This is actually, it's downhill behind, but it actually seems friendly enough that you might just have a chance. You might just have a chance. All right, downhill, we're gonna play it extra safe here. And then so you tap it, and it's moving, and you just gotta trust that it keeps on breaking. I did hit it too firm. Ooh! But we steal one. The more that we, honestly, the more that we make, the like more painful that 7, 8, and 10 become. Man, they want, I want to play a baby fade here, but I'm going to hit this tree. But then if I go down this way, I'm also going to hit the tree. Maybe full off, full backspin balloons me up over these trees. And gets me downwind enough. Come on. Carry higher. Can you take me higher? No! What is that hitbox? I really thought we, like, got through that tree scot-free. Well, okay then. Well, okay then. 242 down 11 yards. 11 yards plus the wind is taking... I mean, if we can get back into that basin, I think that's the biggest part of this. So, carry this out here. Wind carries way too far. So is it 6? 196. 206. And then it's just everything. Everything is like so far left to right. I'm also noticing this is the type of challenge to like come. Oh, that clipped the tree. Are we gonna land short then and not? Oh my goodness. Come on, momentum. You're kidding me. So that stops on top of a hill. But nothing else seems to. Alright, Gabe. Alright. I see your shenanigans. I see your shenanigans. Now this is all a question of momentum, and does it break back enough to the left from over there? We almost... we almost made eagle there, too. What is this back 9? I mean, aside from 10, what is this back 9? This last stretch of holes, it's like kind of similar to how we started the round. So what we learned earlier with that 7-iron is just how far this stuff carries. That's like 200... This has to be at least pin high on the 7. So if that's 189, let's give it the 12. Now I'm starting, we'll see how this goes. 189, 201, and then downhill and stuff. We could be short, but I don't know. There's something that tells me that the 8-iron or the 7-iron is way too short. So I want to see what this 8-iron does. Good strike. Okay, so loft the 7-iron a little bit and we should be good. I wasn't too concerned about going for this shot simply for the fact that we've got a splash shot up the hill. So that's like really the only reason that I'm okay here. Missing short. Too much, but it should bite. Yeah, so I think that hole is, it should be a safe enough par. Should be a safe enough par. I'll have to see though, like if you miss out the back of the green, is it just as bad? Because if it's not that bad going out the back of the green, then you can get a little bit riskier with the shot, right? All right, one final approach shot. You've got some par 5s and drivable par 4s, so you've got scoring opportunities down the back. It's really just like surviving a couple of those holes on the front and the turn. So 8-iron with some lofts. And some spin. Hit it a little bit fast. I feel like this bounces through unless it somehow catches brakes there. Yeah. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. But I guess if you land it on either side, I guess this is probably better than landing it short. Because then you have the downhill. So I think going long into this little valley here, probably the play. Okay, so that's 10 over. That is 10 over for a first attempt, which I think has to be pretty good. Cause look at that. I mean, look at the scores. Look at the scores. So triple, 5 over, and then we max out on 10. Outside of those 3 holes. We played an even front 9. And we played the back 9 to 5 under. So I know we had a couple of luckier shots in there, but we also had a couple of really mean holes. So this will be an interesting challenge. If you guys made it this far, you must have enjoyed it to some extent. Leave a like to let me know that you want to see it again. It really helps me out. But thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.